Welcome back. All right, so it's Friday night, so we'll do the quick review of these three games here and preview tomorrow's. I want to start off by pointing out I got this awesome magnet through the Avalanche store, through the Altitude Sports. I don't think I ordered the stuff I got from them more than a couple of days ago. It's here already. It's faster to get stuff apparently from the Colorado store than it is through Canada Post. So if they want to use that in an advertisement, I highly suggest it. I got a reverse retro hat that doesn't look all weird with the dual color, and got myself a puck. They had a Lake Tahoe, one of those dueling pucks, which shows the Vegas and Colorado, and yeah, so I was like, all right, and I didn't have to pay any customs when it arrived. So overall, pretty good day based on that alone. And then of course I'm on the hunt now to go. Well, wait a minute. Now, if the Avalanche made a reverse retro magnet that perfectly fits on my game board, did the other 30 teams do the same? So far, my research tells me no. And I think that's just unconscionable because honestly, it'd be great to have every team with a reverse retro magnet. And then I pointed out to Yvonne how easily amused and satisfied I am that I get a magnet, and I'm all excited about a magnet. So it just shows that doesn't take much. A $4 magnet. And I'm like, yes, I got a magnet. Yeah. Anyways. All right. That preamble out of the way. Let us discuss Boston and New York, which was, well, if you're a Rangers fan, it was more satisfying than a retro reverse magnet. And tonight's games, there weren't any retro reverse jerseys worn. And for the Rangers, pretty good game. Really pretty good game. Out of the gate, something seemed off with Boston. Marchand was mixing things up on his first shift. Rangers press at 2 minutes, and again, Boston just came out looking slow and uncertain. Rangers to their benefit, they jumped on it. Rask stopped a good chance from Zibanejad, who is still snake bit. And Zibanejad might be one of the most snake bit players in the league. Rangers control the first 6 minutes. In fact, 7.5 minutes in, the shots are 5-1 in favor of the New York Rangers. Coyle has a chance that goes wide, and then it's Gauthier. Gauthier with his second of the year from Lindgren at 13-16. And there were some fans there, apparently 1,800. That's the reporting I saw, was that they were reporting 1,800. And it was kind of nice to hear fans cheering, even if it was against Boston. It's still kind of nice to hear fans cheering. McAvoy then took a puck to the face. I don't think he exited the game. There were a lot of things that were kind of upsetting in this game. I'm pretty sure McAvoy was still in the game, just one of those things. Anyways, Bruins get a power play with 4:33 left. Pastrnak had a chance that was defended. Rangers did kill it off. The Bruins were playing better as the period went along, but they emerged from the first down 1-0. Second period, 6 seconds in, the Bruins get a power play. The Rangers killed it off, and then quickly after killing it off, at 2:32, Strome scores from Lafreniere and Kreider. Now, since it's the NESN feed they were showing on Sportsnet, I did not have access to the MSG feed, at least through my TV. That's Lafreniere's first NHL assist, so I didn't hear a whole lot said about it on the Boston feed from NESN. But yeah, that's his first NHL assist. Kudos that he gets that. The Rangers then almost made it 3-0 right after that. Bergeron, however, would score from Pastrnak and Marchand. Yeah, that's right. McAvoy made the play initially on that one. He doesn't get an assist because they don't give out 3 assists on a goal, but McAvoy made a nice play on that one. So at 4:02, it made it 2-1. Corrali then had a chance that misses wide. The Bruins are pushing at this stage. Rangers get a power play, and things are kind of chippy in the second period, kind of unfriendly. And for a Bruins team that was coming out of a really rough game yesterday, I thought, at least they're showing some fight here. Bruins killed that off. Some more dislike after that. Then the Bruins get a power play. That's killed off. Marchand takes his second penalty, and so that puts the Rangers back on the power play. Fox has a chance that's high and wide. That power play is killed off, but the Rangers get another one. Can't keep doing this because eventually, no matter how good or how bad a power play might be, if you give them enough opportunities, it'll score, and it does. It's Blackwell tipping one from Fox. Fox took the shot from the point. Strome with the secondary assist on that one at 18:52. That made it 3-1. And then 12 seconds later, this is the dagger. Kreider from Strome at 19:04. It's 4-1. That's when I put the records over the game. That's when I said, all right, Rangers aren't blowing a 3-goal lead in the third. And they don't. In the third, there was 4-on-4 play early, and Buchnevich would score early. From Fox and Lindgren at 1:45, and then Brodzinski crashes into the net, takes the puck with him, he scores. From Rooney and Smith at 3:43. Boston manages to answer back. Marchand scores from Pastrnak and Sporil at 7:51. But that means that the Bruins have now lost this one 6-2, and over the last 26 hours, they've been outscored 13-4. I was going to put 48 hours, and I thought, no, it's not technically 48 hours. So over the last 2 games, so they don't play tomorrow, but they play again on Sunday. Sunday morning, these teams are going to go at it again, and so Boston has to turn this around quickly. The schedule is not friendly to anybody right now. Shots in this one were 9-6 Rangers in the first, 16-15 Boston in the second, 11-10 Boston in the third. Final shots 34-33 for the Rangers. Power plays Boston 0-3. The Rangers 1-4. Rask saves 28 out of 34, so that's back-to-back poor numbers from goaltenders for Boston, which is problematic. And Georgiev, again, I like Georgiev. I think he's a pretty good goaltender. 31 saves on 33 shots. He gets the victory. And there you go. The Rangers on the verge of turning this around. They're at 7-8-3. If they can win again on Sunday, they do have a chance. This division is still pretty wide open in terms of who makes it and who doesn't. And if they can beat Boston in regulation, they can make Boston kind of nervous too. All right, moving along. Next up, LA and Minnesota. Minnesota, this felt like a statement game. Minnesota, remember, has won 4 in a row coming into this game. The last loss they took was at LA. They lost that one 4-0, and it was an embarrassing game for Minnesota, and they played tonight like they remembered. Lizotte tests Talbot early, saves made. Shots were 4-1 though for the Wild 5 minutes in. So after that Lizotte chance, Minnesota were controlling things pretty well. Power play for the Kings, that's killed off. Quick, 2 shutouts in the last 3 starts that he's had coming into this game. I'm sure Minnie was aware of that. Talbot sharp when tested 11 minutes in, and then Kaprizov, a beautiful wraparound goal. I think at some point we're going to have a chat about Kaprizov, not just for the offense and not just for the, hey, can this kid win a Calder, but his all-around 200-foot game. I think there's a lot to be said about that, and his strength, underrated strength. The assists in that one, Brodin and Zuccarello at 12:33, so Zuccarello stays red hot tonight. Then there was a Greenway chance that was denied moments later, but less than 2 minutes after that first goal, Bjugstad scores his 100th goal in the National Hockey League from Suter at 14:31. What's better than that? Well, a minute and 5 seconds later, Eriksson Ek scores from Greenway and Fiala at 15:36, and then Greenway almost made it 4-0. So there you go. While I'm watching this go on, my wife is kind of cheering and happy about this. Made me feel a little bit better about this. Second period, Kaprizov back checking, and this is why I made a note of this. Kaprizov will come back, play in his own zone. He back checks. He plays a two-way game. It's that 200-foot game that people talk about, and maybe it feels like it's an overused term. In Kaprizov's case, he comes back, he plays defense. He's very, very good in terms of the checking, and he's strong. Very, very underrated strength from this guy. So, yeah, kudos to him. Good game. Kings had the early edge, however. Kaprizov then had a chance that went wide. Talbot denies Velarde, so Velarde remains a hot rookie in and of himself, and he had his opportunities tonight. Shots were 7-1 for the Kings 12 minutes in, so the Kings were making that heavy push. Momentum all LA, but no goals. So they're getting the chances. They're controlling the puck, not getting goals. More Talbot saves with 4 minutes left, and then there were last-minute chances for both teams before the buzzer tells us it's time for the third period. Power play for the Wild, which is coming into tonight 0-21 against LA. Minnesota's power play it's bad, and I don't understand why. The team's record's getting better, but the power play really isn't. That's killed off, so they get another one during that power play. Jeff Carter gets a shorthanded chance. It becomes a 4-on-4. Quick stopped a shorthanded shot from Dumba. Kings get another power play. Dangerous power play. Talbot makes saves there. Kings trying to get to Kaprizov. So I've mentioned the 200-foot game, the checking and everything. You could tell maybe an extra shot with the stick. Maybe something on a face-off. Something to try to goad him into, I don't know if it's goading him into taking a penalty or just knocking him off his game, but you could see the Kings were doing this. And I've seen this with some of the rookies this year, and it's it's just that's the way the game's played. You try to knock the rookies off their game. So the Wild press, they draw a power play. Quick denied Suter, but that was a chance on the power play. It was a good shot from Suter, and there was a denial from Quick. Talbot then robbed Lizotte, so Lizotte had a couple of decent chances in this game. Post then for Hartman, which was the fourth post of the night for the Minnesota Wild. Carter, however, would break the shutout from Athanasiou and Velarde at 17-10, which means, of course, they pull the goalie with 2.5 minutes left. They're unable to get the goals needed, and so they lose this one 3-1. So if we look at the stats from this one, Minnesota outshot LA 16-7 in the first. Shots were 8-6 LA in the second and 13-8 LA in the third. Final shots were 30-28 for Minnesota. Power plays, both teams go 0 for 3. LA's power play looked better than Minnesota, but guess what? Doesn't matter. Neither of them scored. Quick, 27 saves on 30 shots. Played well, despite allowing 3 goals in a little over 3 minutes. And Talbot, 27 saves on 28 shots. Excellent, considering the amount of time he's had off. And you wouldn't think that from watching this game. All right, moving on. Last game of the night, Colorado in against Arizona. And this was a game between two teams, one that was ready and one that was Arizona. But again, the Kachina logo and the cool reverse retro. See, it says right in there, Colorado Avalanche, and has a Nordiques logo over top. That won't trigger any Quebec fans. So Hill versus Miska, and the thing with Hunter Miska is he gets put into the net. I don't know. As a goaltender, I keep waiting for a deluge of goals against him. We almost got that tonight. Early Avs power play. It was 1 for 20 in the last 7 games played. Tonight it gets a little bit better for the Avs power play, but not on this one. So Hill stopped Burakovsky. That's killed off. But 5 minutes in, the shots are 5-1 for the Avs. Again, the Avs came out ready to play, and the Coyotes spent a lot of this game kind of asleep. Hill, pretty good. Busy in the first half of the period, and all I kept thinking was, they're not even getting shots on Miska. They're letting him get comfortable. They need to get shots on him. They need from anywhere, and just make him stop the puck and then go for rebounds, that kind of thing. Avs pressure, power play drawn. Larson had a shorthanded chance that went high. Schmaltz then ended up hitting the post after that power play was killed, and then Landeskog throws down Garland. And it was a 4-on-4 play because Garland had thrown the punch first. The Coyotes announcer's not happy with Landeskog throwing down Garland, but it's the kind of thing that Brian Hayward was talking about for the Ducks the other night. That there's some theatrics that take place with some of the young Coyotes players, and I don't think that sits well with players on other teams, and I kind of got the feeling that was going on. So I understood why it was a 4-on-4. As ugly as it may have looked, I understood why it was a 4-on-4 there. So with 16.5 seconds left, Schmaltz takes a penalty. The Avs go out onto the power play. So we go to the second period. Early, Rantanen scores his 8th of the year from Kadri and McKinnon at 1:43. And that was with 2 seconds left in the power play. So that's power play goal. I didn't mark it as power play goal, but it is. So, yeah, that was the power play that had started the second period, and Colorado capitalizes on it. The Avalanche press, Hill's the one keeping this close. Adin Hill, very good game tonight. He's the one keeping it close at this point. The Coyotes had 7 shots 29 minutes into the game. So just before the halfway mark of the game, they had 7 shots on Miska. And I kept thinking, if they just had like double that, we would probably see a tie score. Just spitballing, probably see a tie score. Power play then for the Coyotes. The Coyotes get a chance with about 4 minutes left. Does not go in. Girard tests Hill in the final 2 minutes, but we go to the third period and it's 1-0 in favor of Colorado. And at 6:04, Burakovsky doubles that lead from Kadri and Rantanen. So that made it 2-0. Hill then denied Landeskog. So again, as much as this is now Colorado taking over the game, if Hill doesn't make some great saves here, it would have been worse. And then Kadri scores from Makar at 11 minutes. And I swear, at the same time as Tyson Nash is talking about how the Coyotes were caught puck watching, I wrote on the board, it's puck watching. Because you can see it. There's 4 black jerseys there, but they're just sort of watching the puck. It goes over, Kadri puts it in. That's his 3rd point of the game. and it really does become a very important goal. And Coyotes defense definitely not doing what they need to do to keep that puck out of the net. So Adin Hill, you're feeling kind of bad for him at that point because the save percentage has dropped dramatically, but these are plays that his defense just they're not giving him much of a chance. That one did go 5-hole too though, so you might be looking for a save there. So again, I could understand if people want to blame Hill. For me, it was more the defense puck watching, but again, and then a post for MacKinnon, which didn't feel that important. It just felt more like an exclamation point on just how much MacKinnon's been struggling to get goals lately. Like he gets an assist tonight, goal, no, post for him. And then it happens. Kessel scores from Dvorak and Chychrun at 18:24. And it felt like this was the first time the Avs really were under pressure in on their own zone, and the Coyotes really started getting good shots. And so they pull the goalie when they won the faceoff, and then Kajula, 6-on-5, scores his first of the year from Garland and Kessel. So Kessel with a goal and an assist in about 30 seconds. At 19:07, it's suddenly 3-2. The Avs call a timeout. They settle things down, and they do kill off the rest of the game. But this to me says a couple things. First off, the Coyotes need to stop giving teams 3-goal leads and then starting to play. But secondly, if the Coyotes had played in the first and second period like they did late in this game, they probably win it. I do. I think they probably win it. I don't think they generated enough chances. So if we look at the shots, 11-6 in the first in favor of Colorado, 9-4 in favor of the Avs in the second period. It really was that second period I felt took the wind out of their sails. And then in the third, both teams had 8 shots. Final shots 28-18 in favor of Colorado. You can't have 18 shots and have much chance of winning in the National Hockey League. Power plays, Colorado 1 for 3, Arizona 0 for 2. And so, they're playing again tomorrow. We'll see whether or not Arizona can bounce back, learn from this game, and play a really good game tomorrow. I believe they can. Will they? We'll see. So yeah, Miska saves 15 out of 17, and Hill, nope, that's 16 out of 18. Sorry about that. 16 out of 18 for Miska, and Hill 25 out of 28 in the Arizona net. And there you go. 3 games. They're all done, and we'll see what happens tomorrow when they meet again. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always, because of course both of these games there's rematches tomorrow. This one, these teams are off because they play again on Sunday. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget previews coming up tonight as well, because 14 games and 4 of them are matinee games. So have a busy day tomorrow. But thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget to hit like and subscribe, as over 181,000 people have done so far. So thank you so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.